Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I am Professor Dr. Shehzad. Today we are going to discuss regulation of glycogen metabolism. And this is a continuity of our previous lectures in which we discussed glycogenesis, that is the biosynthesis of glycogen from glucose, and glycogenolysis, which is the breakdown of glycogen into the glucose. The cyclic AMP integrate the regulation of glycogenesis and glycogenolysis by promoting the activation of glycogen phosphorylase and by inhibition the activity of glycogen synthase. The principal enzymes controlling the glycogen metabolisms include glycogen synthase and glycogen phosphorylase. They are regulated in opposite direction by allosteric mechanism and by covalent modification. Covalent modification occurs by reversible phosphorylation and dephosphorylation of enzyme protein in response to the hormone action. Activities of glycogen synthase and glycogen phosphorylase are reciprocally regulated. The phosphorylation of glycogen phosphorylase increases its activity and phosphorylation of glycogen synthase reduces or decreases its activity. And this phosphorylation is increased in response to cyclic AMP. This glycogen phosphorylase and glycogen synthase, both these enzymes exist in two forms, which are glycogen phosphorylase A and glycogen phosphorylase B, and likewise glycogen synthase A and glycogen synthase B. Glycogen phosphorylase A is the active form of enzyme and is phosphorylated, and glycogen phosphorylase B is the inactive form and dephosphorylated form. In contrast, glycogen synthase A is a dephosphorylated form and the active form, and glycogen synthase B is the inactive form and is the phosphorylated form. So the phosphorylated form of glycogen phosphorylase is active form and dephosphorylated form of glycogen synthase is also active form. How the formation and degradation of cyclic AMP take place. As we have already discussed, cyclic AMP integrates the regulation of glycogenolysis and glycogenesis. This cyclic AMP formed from ATP by the adenylyl cyclase at the inner surface of the cell membrane in response to the hormones such as norepinephrine, epinephrine, and glucagon. Cyclic AMP is hydrolyzed by the phosphodiesterase, so terminating hormone action. In liver, insulin increases the activity of phosphodiesterase. So we can conclude that activation of this adenylyl cyclase causes the formation of cyclic AMP from ATP, and this phosphodiesterase causes the degradation of this cyclic AMP into the 5' AMP. The regulation of glycogen phosphorylase is different in liver and muscles. Here in this pathway is of muscle glycogen phosphorylase. This glycogen phosphorylase enzyme of which phosphorylated form is the active form is activated by cyclic AMP, and this enzyme is inactivated by the protein phosphatase 1 or phosphoprotein, also called phosphoprotein. As I have already told you, the regulation of glycogen phosphorylase is different in liver and muscles. The reason is being the role of liver glycogen is to provide free glucose for export to maintain the blood concentration of glucose. And the role of muscle glycogen is to provide a source of glucose 6 phosphate for glycolysis in response to the need for ATP for muscle contraction. In both these tissues, the enzyme is activated by phosphorylation, means the enzyme glycogen phosphorylase or phosphorylase is activated by phosphorylation, and the phosphorylation is catalyzed by the phosphorylase kinase A, which is an active form of this phosphorylase kinase, and this causes the formation of active form of glycogen phosphorylase, which is glycogen phosphorylase A. This glycogen phosphorylase kinase is inactivated by protein phosphatase. The dephosphorylation of phosphorylase kinase A convert it into phosphorylase kinase B, which is an inactive form and the dephosphorylated form. The active form of glycogen phosphorylase, that is the glycogen phosphorylase A, in both tissue, that is liver and muscles, is allosterically inhibited by ATP and glucose 6 phosphate. In the liver, but not muscle, free glucose is also an inhibitor of glycogen phosphorylase. Muscle phosphorylase differ from the liver isozyme in having a binding site for 5' AMP. This cyclic AMP, as we have seen in previous slide, is hydrolyzed into 5' AMP by phosphodiesterase. This 5' AMP acts as an allosteric activator of dephosphorylated B form of this enzyme. This 5' AMP acts as a potent signal of energy state of the muscle cell. It is formed when concentration of ADP begins to increase as a result of a reaction catalyzed by myokinase. According to the reaction, two ADP react to form one ATP and one 5' AMP. If we see, in response to epinephrine, which act on its receptor, inactive adenylyl cyclase activated into the active adenylyl cyclase, which causes the formation of cyclic AMP from ATP. The increased concentration of cyclic AMP causes activation of inactive cyclic AMP dependent protein kinase into the active cyclic AMP protein kinase. This active cyclic AMP dependent protein kinase causes the phosphorylation of this phosphorylase kinase, which exists in two forms, phosphorylase kinase B and phosphorylase kinase A. B form is inactive form and A form is an active form, and B form is the dephosphorylated form, and A form is the phosphorylated form. This cyclic AMP dependent protein kinase causes the phosphorylation of this enzyme, and the phosphate is donated by the ATP. This active phosphorylase kinase, which is phosphorylase kinase A, causes the phosphorylation of this glycogen phosphorylase B, which is an dephosphorylated form and inactive form of the enzyme. Again, phosphate group is donated by the ATP, and this phosphorylase B is phosphorylated to phosphorylase A, which is an active form of glycogen phosphorylase, and this causes the breakdown of glycogen into the glucose. In the liver, cyclic AMP is formed in response to glucagon, which is secreted in response to falling blood glucose. But muscle is insensitive to glucagon. In muscle, the signal for increased cyclic AMP formation is the action of epinephrine or norepinephrine, which is secreted in response to fear and fright. When there is a need for increased glycogenolysis to permit rapid muscle activity. The calcium ion synchronize the activation of glycogen phosphorylase with the muscle contraction. Glycogen breakdown in muscle increases several hundredfold at the onset of contraction. Increased concentration of cytosolic calcium ion is responsible for initiation of both contraction and glycogenolysis. Muscle phosphorylase kinase, which activate this glycogen phosphorylase. Muscle phosphorylase kinase is a tetramer and composed of alpha, beta, gamma and delta. The alpha and beta subunits contain serine residues that are phosphorylated by cyclic AMP dependent protein kinase. The delta subunit is identical to calcium binding protein calmodulin and binds 4-calcium. The binding of calcium activates the catalytic site of this gamma subunit even when the enzyme is in the dephosphorylated form. The phosphorylated A form is only fully activated in the presence of high calcium ion. Both phosphorylase or the glycogen phosphorylase A and phosphorylase kinase are dephosphorylated and inactivated by the protein phosphatase 1. We discussed cyclic AMP dependent glycogenolysis, and then there is cyclic AMP independent glycogenolysis in liver. The stimulation of alpha-1 adrenergic receptors by epinephrine and norepinephrine involves the mobilization of calcium ion into the cytosol. This is followed by the stimulation of calmodulin sensitive phosphorylase kinase, and this cyclic AMP independent glycogenolysis is also activated by vasopressin, oxytocin and angiotensin II, and these act through either calcium or phosphatidyl inositol bisphosphate pathway. Protein phosphatase 1 is inhibited by inhibitor 1, which is active only in its phosphorylated form. And this phosphorylation of inhibitor 1 is brought by cyclic AMP dependent protein kinase. Thus, cyclic AMP control both the activation by this pathway and inactivation by this pathway. Insulin reinforces this effect by inhibiting the activation of phosphorylase B. It does this indirectly by increasing uptake of glucose leading to the increased formation of glucose 6 phosphate, which is an inhibitor of phosphorylase kinase. Again, I am summarizing this pathway. Glycogen phosphorylase exists in two forms, A and B. A form is a phosphorylated form and is an active form, and B form is the inactive form and is dephosphorylated form. This phosphorylase kinase is also exists in two forms. A form is active, which is phosphorylated, and B form is inactive, which is dephosphorylated. This hormonal activity causes the activation of adenylyl cyclase, and the activation of adenylyl cyclase results in the formation of cyclic AMP from ATP, and the increased concentration of cyclic AMP results in activation of this cyclic AMP dependent protein kinase. And this active cyclic AMP dependent protein kinase causes two activities. One, it causes the activation of phosphorylase kinase B to the phosphorylase kinase A by phosphorylating this phosphorylase kinase B, and the phosphate is donated by this ATP. And this phosphorylase kinase A, which is a phosphorylated, causes the phosphorylation of this glycogen phosphorylase B, which is an dephosphorylated form and inactive form, to the glycogen phosphorylase A, which is a phosphorylated form, and the phosphate group is donated by this ATP. These phosphorylase kinase A and glycogen phosphorylase A both are dephosphorylated and inactivated by protein phosphatase. This protein phosphatase causes the dephosphorylation of this phosphorylase A to the phosphorylase B, and dephosphorylation of this phosphorylase kinase A to the phosphorylase kinase B. This protein phosphatase is also controlled by this cyclic AMP dependent protein kinase. This cyclic AMP dependent protein kinase causes the phosphorylation of inhibitor 1, which is an inactive form of this inhibitor 1 phosphate, which is the inhibitor of this protein phosphatase 1 here and protein phosphatase 1 here. Means when the activation of this takes place, at the same time this cyclic AMP dependent protein kinase causes the inhibition of protein phosphatase here by activating this inactive inhibitor 1 to by converting inactive inhibitor 1 to inhibitor 1 phosphate, which is a phosphorylated form and which causes the inhibition of this protein phosphatase 1, and this remain active and this also remain active. This all was about the regulation of glycogen phosphorylase. Thank you very much.